Charlamagne the God.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
The voice of the culture.
People watch The Breakfast Club for like news and really be tuned in.
It's one of my favorite shows to do. Just because y'all always keep it 100, y'all keep it real.
They might not watch the news, but they're on Twitter. They're on Facebook. They're listening to The Breakfast Club.
Get your ass up.
Good morning, USA.
Hey, fam.
It's Friday.
All right, I can tell you haven't talked much this morning yet.
No, not at all. I just, you know what? I got in the car this morning, and I just put on Nori's interview with Kanye West.
I was listening to Summer Walker.
Yeah, I listened to that on the way in this morning. Usually I listen into the news and see what's going on in the news while I slept or what happened yesterday, but on the way in this morning, I listened to Kanye West and Nori and DJ EFN. Mm-hmm. I think it's over 2 hours. Of course, my ride is only about a 35-minute ride, so I only caught 35, 40
minus
minutes of it.
15 minutes for
now.
now.
Only caught 35, 40 minutes of it, so can't wait to hear the rest of it later on today. Did you hear the whole thing or no?
No, I just said I was listening to Summer Walker.
I don't know if you heard it last night.
No, actually, I opened my coffee shop yesterday. I had a long day.
Finally, it's open.
Finally, but we
open.
didn't open until maybe 3:30 in the afternoon just to get it going. So this morning, we're gonna open at 8, and then when we're fully open, it'll be at
6 a.m.
No, I think it's gonna be 6:30.
6:30 a.m.
Maybe 7. We'll see. But yeah. So everything is can change just because you have to open something, and then that's when you see okay, let's adjust this. Let's see how people respond to this. Let's see what happens. So yes, we are now first doing these shorter hours from 8 to 2, and then we'll expand into full hours.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right, and I can't wait till next week I announce all the celebrity cars I have for my car show in Miami. I was reaching out to everybody yesterday, and everybody was super duper excited. Gave me the okay, told me they want to bring numerous cars. So if you could think of some of the biggest names in Miami and some of the biggest names in just hip-hop that's giving me their cars for this car show in Miami, I can't wait to announce it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you haven't been to my celebrity car show, my Drive Your Dreams car show, get your tickets now from Miami, okay? Please.
You should ask Bitcoin Rodney. He has a whole fleet of cars in Miami.
Oh, yeah? So maybe I'll ask Bitcoin Rodney as well.
He bought a Lamborghini with Bitcoin.
Yeah, I seen. He bought a Huracan. So shout out to Bitcoin Rodney. Maybe I'll reach out to him as well. But I got so many cars. It's gonna be it's probably gonna be one of the biggest ones as far as cars are concerned. So I can't wait for you guys to head on out to Florida. That's 12/12 December. We got toys for kids, amusement rides, carnival games, celebrity cars, regular cars. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to see you guys. Now today on the show we have Ricky Velez. He's a comedian. He's from Queens, New York. He has a special on HBO. We're gonna kick it with him in a little bit. And then we got front page news. What are we talking about?
Yes, we'll talk about New York City Mayor-elect Eric Adams. Since we just were talking about Bitcoin, he is planning to take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get into some front page news. Now on Monday Night Football, the Colts beat the Jets last night 45-30. All right, what else we got, Easy?
Well, since we're talking about Bitcoin earlier, and I had did this story too, Miami Mayor Francis Suarez has secured a second term this week, and he said he will accept 100% of his salary in Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. So what they're really trying to do is make Miami the hub for cryptocurrency. And New York City Mayor-elect Eric Adams also says he's going to take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin. He said, in New York, we always go big, so I'm going to take my first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin when I become mayor. New York City is going to be the center of the cryptocurrency industry and other fast-growing, innovative industries. Just wait.
Well, congratulations to them. Salute to those guys.
How is he going to take it in Bitcoin? Doesn't that mean the state would have to pay him in Bitcoin? So does the state have Bitcoin?
I mean, I guess anybody can get Bitcoin. Right,
yeah,
you
but how does
purchase
that
it
work
and then
in
the value
taxes,
can go up.
Yeah, how does the state pay him in?
How does he pay that back at the
great.
end of the year in taxes?
I would think it'd be according to the value of it.
Because I think the state would have to have and own Bitcoin or buy Bitcoin to pay him in Bitcoin, correct?
Yeah, but I'm not. Listen, I don't know enough to tell you how this works, but I know that cryptocurrency is clearly something that's not going anywhere.
I've had a million different people try to explain to me Bitcoin, and I don't understand Bitcoin. It's the only thing I would say. If you want to invest in it, make a small investment, and just see what happens.
It just depends on how savvy you are. Some people, do a lot more research and know more about it, but don't invest in anything that you can't afford to lose, because sometimes things don't work out.
My financial advisor said, just like anything else, you make a small investment, and see what happens.
If it works, great. If not, hey.
Right now, with the jury now in place, we talked about this yesterday for Ahmaud Arbery's murder, which will decide whether Gregory McMichael, his son Travis McMichael, and their neighbor William Roddy Bryan Jr. are guilty of malice and felony murder in connection with Ahmaud Arbery's shooting. There's 11 white jurors and 1 black, and people are outraged about this. I cannot understand this intentional discrimination. Even the judge is saying it was intentional discrimination in this jury selection, yet they are moving forward. The mother of Ahmaud Arbery said it is very, very discouraging that the jury impaneled in that trial is nearly all whites. The family is outraged by the racial makeup of the jury. Here is Ahmaud Arbery's aunt, Thea Brooks.
What are your thoughts about the jury?
Honestly, it was expected.
Because?
That's just the community that we live in, and just another injustice that we face daily.
And do you think you'll get justice now?
I do feel honestly that we will, due to the fact that some of those people on the jury panel are mothers and fathers.
Yeah, I mean, if America keeps letting you down, then you have too high of an expectation of America, and you clearly haven't been paying attention to America since the beginning of time, period.
Right now, a juror was booted in Kyle Rittenhouse's murder trial, and that was because that person made a Jacob Blake joke. Jacob Blake was left paralyzed after some violent protests in Kenosha that culminated with Kyle Rittenhouse allegedly killing 2 protesters and wounding a 3rd. And so Kenosha police officers are the ones that shot Jacob Blake. And that's what set off those violent protests that happened. And so that juror did admit when he was questioned that he made a tasteless joke. So they do feel like the appearance of bias is present and it would undermine the outcome of the case. So that was a reason for him to be discharged.
I mean, the whole case is rooted in bias. The case is rooted in a black man jogging through a white neighborhood and the white people thinking he was up to no good just because he was a black man.
Correct.
So it's like, what are we talking about? This is America, period. Like, I don't know why we keep acting surprised about any of this. We're the country that actually is shocked when justice is served. When injustice is happening, it's not a shock, it's America.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Tempe.
Hey, good morning, Mama. Get it off your chest.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Good morning, y'all. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy born day.
Oh my gosh, Charlamagne. I'm so excited to talk to you. Sorry, y'all.
What you doing this weekend?
Well, right now, later on, my mom's going to come get me. We can go, to the spa and stuff.
Oh, that is really nice. I like that. A spa day with your mama.
Yeah, enjoy your day, Mama.
Thank you. I have a question for Charlamagne, though.
Yes, ma'am.
Charlamagne, I've been buying all these books, right, because you recommended them. But the only book I don't have is yours. Is there any way I can get it for a birthday gift?
Which one I got you. Which one you want?
Say both.
The first one. I want to start with the first one.
You want Black Privilege? All right, I got you. I'm going to put you on hold and get your address.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed one.
Yes, ma'am.
Happy birthday.
Hold on 1 second.
Thank you again.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Steve from Miami.
Miami, what's up?
What's up? Good morning. I just wanted to get off my chest that I'm going to be losing my job because of the COVID vaccine.
No.
But I've been up all night just focusing on my business. So I just wanted to shout it out.
Okay, shout it out.
Where do you work?
I work for a diagnostic company.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so my business is My Perf Baby. You can find me on Instagram at My Perf Baby. The website is myperfbaby.com. It's MyPerfBaby.
Okay.
All right.
Got it?
Well, thank you, Mama.
Yeah.
Good luck with your business.
I love you guys.
Love you back. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Cliff. Calling out of Durham.
Cliff, what up? Get it off your chest.
Man, just with this Henry Ruggs situation with him drunk driving, I had a similar experience to where I could have took somebody's life back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to encourage people not to drink and drive, man. That was the day that I decided to stop drinking. It's been almost 6 years, and I haven't had a drink. My family and I were thriving, and it
great.
could just end up bad. So I just want to encourage people not to drink and drive, and just don't do it, man.
I'm
Not
with
a good
you.
idea.
I agree with you, brother. I can't believe people still doing that in 2021, man. But, people make poor choices every day, B. But the worst thing about drunk driving, man, is that it's not even about you. It's about what you may do to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Right. You got a lot of people depending on you. And, you put yourself in a bad situation, you put your family in that situation.
Mm-hmm. And somebody else's family, potentially.
Definitely.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Hey, can I shout out my fitness page, our family fitness page?
Go ahead, bro.
Yes, if everybody can follow us on Instagram at Edmondson Strong, EDMUNDSON_STRONG.
All
Thank
right.
you. Y'all have a blessed day.
You have a good weekend, man. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's go.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Say it with your chest.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Get it off your chest, mama.
Okay, so we sitting in the car waiting for Charlamagne to yo this morning, and he didn't. After he played.
And then just walking here like I just been here the whole time, huh?
Exactly. So you gonna give it to us? And Charlamagne, this is E from the Lodge on the 7th floor. You gave me my book bag that I can rouse you for.
Oh, okay, Queen. How are you?
I'm good, and I just want to tell you I miss you. And tell White, I'm so sorry.
I'm going to tell him right now. He probably can hear you. He probably listening. He downstairs.
Okay, KK.
Yo, 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 yo.
It's a little late.
Yeah, it
doesn't
doesn't ring the same.
Have a good morning.
That
mama.
wasn't for y'all. That was for her.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
What's up, Eddie? Get it off your chest, man.
All righty. First, I'd like to say congratulations to Charlamagne on his new show. I just wanted to ask him one question briefly about that.
Yes, sir.
The theme is on point. I appreciate the theme, and I appreciate the opportunity to bring us some good stuff. But as far as your approach is concerned, what age group are you trying to get? Because I'm an old timer, and sometimes the approach misses me, but the theme I understand.
Oh, I don't know, bro. I'm 43 years old. I just be up there talking, man. You know what I mean? If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. But tonight, 10 p.m., Comedy Central, new episode of The God's Honest Truth. We got Michael Eric Dyson and Shan Boudram on there, and we're discussing all of these new dynamics that people have in relationships and how that impacts the black family structures. You know, people that are into like polygamy and I found out something called compersion or cuckolding, where you enjoy watching your partner get smashed by somebody else. There's a lot going on out here in these streets, but we discuss it tonight.
Okay, and one more brief comment I wanted to make as far as the racism thing is concerned. And like I say, I'm not advocating any particular religion or whatnot, but one thing that I was proud of the Nation of Islam, they said we need to just separate and get our own land or whatever you want to call it, and just totally separate and start from the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all, sir.
All right. Well, y'all do a wonderful job. I'm a native of Brooklyn, but I'm living in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. I listen to y'all every morning, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep up the good work.
Thank you, brother. Make sure you tune in tonight, man. 10 o'clock, Comedy Central.
I'm still gonna watch you because I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up. Now we got rumors on the way, Yee?
Yeah, and there was a rumor yesterday. You know how you can take a clip out of context and it goes crazy? Well, this has to do with Joe Budden confirming that he is bisexual.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee. On The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, Joe Budden was trending yesterday, and when I went to find out why on Twitter, it's because people were saying that he came out as bisexual. Here was the clip that was posted that had everybody talking.
I'm bisexual. Okay, it's okay now. How do I spread this news? How do I spread the word?
I think you got to call the CEO.
Yo, listen. You got to make sure it's okay. I like guys and girls. Spread the word. I'm down.
Now, I saw some of his exes weighing in on this. I saw Tahiri say that she did not experience that while she was with him at all. But then I also saw that Kaylin Garcia left a comment where, you know, she, I guess, expressed that she felt like he was bisexual, and she commended him for admitting it. But it looks like it was part of a larger conversation. It was talking about the baby and the Rolling Loud Miami controversy and the alleged forgiveness from the LGBTQ plus community over these comments that the baby made. So here was the original statement.
Things are coming full circle for the baby. Just when you thought he was canceled. Earlier today, CEO of the LGBTQ plus organization Relationship Unleashed, Gwendolyn D. Clemens, revealed that she and others from the nonprofit signed off on the baby's appearance at Rolling Loud, New York. Fam, you got to get okayed by the gays to perform?
How do I spread this news? How do I spread the word?
I think you got to call the CEO.
Yo,
Yeah,
listen.
You got to make sure it's okay.
I like guys and girls. Spread the word. I'm down.
The internet got to stop. Like, I haven't even heard that in context. That's the first time I heard that in context, and I knew it was out of context. Why do people do that? Like, why we didn't even have to lead with the out of context statement.
It happens all the time with everything, though.
That's just dangerous. Like, you could take any clip from anyone and put it out with no context and create a narrative. That doesn't even exist. And the lie travels all around the world before the truth is putting on its shoes. Like,
correct.
That's the internet is a strange place, bro.
All right. Well, that's just so you guys have it all in context.
And by the way, you laughing at somebody now, that will be you tomorrow. They can literally do that to every single person with a platform, every single person with a microphone.
Well, he didn't seem bothered by it. He was responding and saying, spread the word.
I don't care if he's bothered by it or not. I'm just talking about in general. Like, that's dangerous for everybody.
Right. Okay. So now Rihanna has unveiled that she has a limited edition vinyl reissue of her 8 albums and some exclusive merch sets. She posted the reissue, RIH, that's cute. Cop these limited edition color vinyl and exclusive merch sets before they go. You can pre-order it now. So should be cute. By the way, she definitely had one of the best Halloween costumes, dressed up as Gunna.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and congratulations to Amara La Negra. She is pregnant with twins. She had revealed previously that she suffered from a miscarriage, but now she's celebrating and she's pregnant with twins. So congratulations to her. She posted, "I'm so excited to finally share that we have twins on the way. Thank you at Claire Blue for being a part of our journey and giving me the most amazing news. There is nothing better than seeing the word pregnant. Even though I'm scared and nervous, especially after having a miscarriage, I'm also excited and have a roller coaster of emotions, but it truly is a blessing."
I'm dropping the clues bombs from Maryland Negra.
And congratulations to Cash Doll. She revealed that her and Tracy T are having a baby boy. So she actually posted some pictures from on the floor at the Pistons, where the Pistons play. People were kind of hating, though, and so she started going off on people. You know how Cash Doll does.
Yeah, she did it on the logo at the arena, which was dope. So now she's having a boy.
Yeah. She said to somebody, pick on somebody your own wage. You can't afford to argue with me.
That's funny. I love that.
Dropping the clues bombs for Cash Doll, man. Kids all
My
blessing.
girl right there, Cash Doll.
It's a beautiful thing. I hope everybody gets to experience fatherhood and motherhood at some point.
All right, if they choose to. And congratulations for Wu-Tang and American Saga. Their final season is coming. It's their 3rd and final season. They just announced this. So it was just about a week after the show's season 2 finale. So congratulations to them. Now, RZA posted season 2 may be over, but Wu-Tang is forever. See you for season 3.
I got to catch up on so much. I got to catch up on the 2nd season of Dave. I got to catch up on the 2nd season of Wu-Tang, American Saga. I got to catch up on BMF.
I got to catch up on BMF.
Lord have mercy.
There's
so
a lot I got to
much.
catch up to.
All right, now Magic Johnson recently did an interview on CBS Mornings, and he was talking about having to tell his wife Cookie that he was HIV positive and how difficult that was.
And when you first heard those words, what was the thought in your mind?
Oh, I was just devastated. And so I just lost it right there. You know, you just sit there and say, what does this mean? Am I going to die? Because I definitely asked him that.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, you have a chance to live for a long time with all the new drugs that are coming down the pipeline. But the toughest thing, Gail, that I had to do was really drive home and tell Cookie. It was hard because I loved her so much and I hated to hurt her.
I can imagine. I remember he told us that when he came on the Breakfast Club, and it just made me think, like, really the hardest conversations in the world are the ones you got to have with your wife. Because that's the person you do not want to disappoint, whether it's having to admit to cheating, but then having to say you contracted a disease from it. Lord have mercy.
And she has to get checked. She has to make sure she
Lord
doesn't
have
have
mercy.
goodness.
Now, he did have a press conference to announce his HIV diagnosis because of the stigma surrounding the disease. And Cookie said at first she was not in favor of that. People weren't educated. She said people thought you couldn't touch people, you couldn't hug people. She said, I didn't want people to treat us like we were lepers. Magic Johnson also talked about retiring and then returning to the NBA.
Yeah, I got cut, and I was very upset at the backlash because I just played with a lot of the guys who didn't want me to come back.
But you got cut and that changed the game.
Yeah,
that scared people.
That scared the crowd. You could just hear. So I said, you know what, after that game, I said, I'm just going to retire.
Johnson returned to the sport he loved one more time in 1996.
I told Cookie, I said, you know what, I should look at playing one more time because I want to
said-
end it the right way.
All right, in addition to that, he said that Cookie was his inspiration to also get into all of the super successful business ventures that he has.
Gail would change my life and got me going into business. She came home and said, you know what, Irvin, I'm mad and I'm upset. You got to be the man that I married. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, you've always wanted to be in business. Why are you sitting on this couch?
That's not the man I married. You know, the man I married was a hard worker. He was changing the world. You know, he had all these ideas. He was so full of life. I don't know who this is. You need to get up and figure that out.
I need to read Believing in Magic, the book Cookie put out. Because I want to know her mindset and what made her, like, you know, stick around, do all of that.
All right, well, that is your rumor report. And I know everybody's waiting to talk about this interview from Drink Champs with Kanye. Nori's already texted me this morning. He's listening. So in the next hour, we are going to do that whole entire, basically, rumor report break about that Drink Champs interview. A lot of interesting things said. So shout out to Drink Champs, Nori, DJ EFN for an amazing interview.
Yeah, make sure to
Morning,
go.
Nori!
Yeah, make sure to go listen to the whole interview. The whole 2 hours, 30 minutes is on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, available everywhere you listen to podcasts. Drop on the clues bombs for Nori, right?
Holy moly, guacamole,
DJ EFN.
All right, and Eno, I'm coming to get one of them cars too for the car show, just to let you know, Eno. All right, now up next we got front page news. What we talking about?
Yes, and we are going to talk about an investigation into the Phoenix Suns owner Robert Sarver. The NBA has launched this investigation.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Job hunting can feel pretty sucky, but ZipRecruiter makes it unsucky. Unlike other job sites, if an actual person from the company likes your profile, they can personally invite you to apply. Put ZipRecruiter to work for you. Sign up free today on ZipRecruiter.com/easy.
The most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy. Don't be running out here when you got a job to do. Open the damn microphone. It's time for front page news, right, Yee?
Yes, indeed. We're going to talk about the NBA launching an investigation into Phoenix Suns owner Robert Sarver.
Well, there was no tease, but all right. I'm sorry, guys. Let's start it right. In Thursday Night Football, the Colts beat the Jets last night 45-30. Now, what else we talking about, Yeezy?
I just told you.
Let's do it.
All right, so now they are conducting this investigation. The leagues announced that, and they said that this is all because of ESPN publishing an investigative story based on interviews with more than 70 current and former Suns employees they described as sometimes toxic and hostile workplace of racism and sexism during Sarver's 17-year tenure in Phoenix. So if they come in and investigate, they said that Adam Silver would be appalled at what's been going on, according to one current business operations employee.
I would like to know the percentage of NBA, NFL owners, and MLB owners that you would thoroughly investigate, like really do a deep dive on and not find some racism, not find some sexism. That's what I would like to see. What do you think the percentage is?
I'm sure there's a lot of things that do happen, but
100%. I'm not saying 100% like that's the number, but yes, it'd be 100% like yes. I'm sure it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but then when somebody has like a constant, track record of doing things and it's really super blatant and intentional, I think that's what the real issue is.
Once again, I bet you if you dug deep on all these owners, NBA, NFL, you would find that. I thoroughly believe that. Remember the Charlotte Panthers owner from a few years ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll find that in a lot of businesses. Though.
Donald Sterling, that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of businesses, though. I'm sure in radio, I'm sure in office buildings, I'm sure you'll find
any
that
of these old institutions ran by old white men, you're going to find the racism, the sexism, the bigotry, the prejudice.
So.
You go, yes. So
every business.
uproot it. I'm not mad at it.
All right, states and cities are offering to pay kids if they get vaccinated. So now millions of kids are eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine this week. And in New York City, kids can get $100 if they get their first dose of Pfizer's vaccine at city-operated vaccine sites. You can get also tickets to city attractions like the Statue of Liberty or the Brooklyn Cyclones baseball team. They do really want kids to take advantage and families to take advantage of being able to get vaccinated. If you're age 5 to 11 in Chicago, they're giving $100 gift cards for those kids when they get the shots at Chicago public health events or clinics. And they're closing on November 12th at Chicago School District for Vaccination Awareness Day, just to make it easier for students to get their shots. So they're doing different things all across the nation.
Now, this is going to be a tough one for a lot of parents out there.
No,
a lot of
not.
parents will get them the vaccine themselves, but they ain't going to get their kids the vaccine.
It ain't tough for me.
And then what they going to do? They're going to say the kids can't go to school? They're going to say
Some
the kids
people are
can't play
getting
in-
their kids vaccinated. They said that kids are making out these, from this age range, about 25% of the cases right now.
I tell you why it's a hard no. It's a hard no because you spent like a whole year and some change telling us it didn't impact kids like that. Now all of a sudden you want me to get my kids 5 and under or 5 and
5 to 11.
5 to 11 vaccinated? Like they literally spent all of this time telling us how it didn't impact kids like that.
I think it's not just that it impacts the kids because, kids can recover faster, and that's basically what they're saying, but they also can spread it. So if you go to school, a kid has it, and then they come home and bring it to their house, it's that also.
Yeah, but the problem is we just don't know how it affects kids. Like, yeah, we don't know how it affects adults, and we take a chance, but, a child, we don't know. They're still growing. Their brains are still growing. Their lungs, everything in their body is still growing. And we don't know what that effect is going to be.
Well, people will make their own decision based on what they feel like is best for their
but my
family.
fear is
Some
they're going to
people will
start
do it,
forcing
and some people
and saying that if
will.
you don't get the vaccine, they can't go to school.
But
If they don't get the vaccine, they
do
can't
that
go to
now
camp.
though with kids and vaccines.
Yeah, but not a
Not
new
the COVID,
vaccine.
yeah.
This is new. This is brand new. The other vaccines have been tested for years.
My problem with the media always is like it goes from cover to cover. What about the chapters in between? Like, you can't start off telling us the pages of the book and telling us the beginning of the story is kids, COVID doesn't impact kids like that, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, you just jump to, got to get them vaccinated, 5 to 11. Like, no.
Well, I think it's also going back to school because during that time, everybody was home and on lockdown, so schools weren't open. But now that schools are back open and kids are back in school and they are 25% of the cases, which they weren't before, it's just more of an issue.
That's not what they were telling us. They were telling us it does not impact kids like that. That's what they were telling us.
But they can still spread it. Like, kids can still spread it. They can still bring it home. They can still bring it other places. And they're in school now. So that's why it is impacting them
I just
more
hope
now.
they just don't force those kids to get those the vaccines.
Well,
to go
yeah,
to
they
school or
haven't
camp.
said that yet. All right, and that is your front page news.
Even if there's so many articles, why aren't kids hit as hard by COVID-19? And they got all these studies about, their immune systems and how children compromised by COVID made up a small percentage of U.S. deaths. Like, it's just like now all of a sudden you got to run out and get them vaccinated. Like, you made it seem like no big deal for all of this time. Then now it's like, nope, you should get your kids vaccinated. Like, what?
I'll wait.
I need more information.
All right. Well, that is your front page news. Now, when we come back, we have comedian Ricky Velez joining us. We'll kick it with him. He has a special on HBO right now. What's the name of that special, guys?
HBO. Is it on HBO Max?
Yeah,
It's on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm. Nobody knows the name of the special?
No, I do. It's called I Left Everything Out There. Here's Everything. That's what it's called. Here's Everything. Here's Everything. That's what it's called.
All right. So we're going to kick it with him when we come back. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
My guy.
Ricky Velez. Good morning.
How are
Good
you,
morning.
brother?
I'm good. How are you, Charlamagne?
New HBO
Angela.
comedy special, Here's Everything, is out now.
Yes, it is.
Do you feel like you really gave him everything?
I think I did good.
Okay.
Not all the critics.
You said what?
Not all of them liked me, Charlamagne.
Really? They was going at you hard?
It's so because like when you're acting and they criticize you, it's like, oh, that's somebody else's script. But when like they say it about your stand-up, they're like, we don't like your opinion.
Yeah.
So I've been going on their Instagrams and liking all the pictures of their wives.
Yeah.
And how'd you get into comedy? You from Queens, right?
Queens, born and raised. I went to Frank Sinatra School of the Arts, and then I went to college for a year. Then I ended up starting to I laid carpet for a while, and then I was doing comedy at night.
What got you into comedy? What was some of your inspiration?
Instant gratification.
Really?
It's instant, bro. I know when I'm funny. Like, I know right away. Like, the acting, that's kind of frustrating. You do something, you gotta wait like 8 months for somebody to tell you whether it's good or not. Like, you know right in the room, and it's great. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Carpet too.
Yeah, you can see what you did.
So since you love the instant gratification, what was some of your best shows and one of your worst shows?
I did a show once, and there's this guy. He's amazing. He's a legend. His name's Greer Barnes, and Greer's one of the funniest comics in the world. And I had to follow him, and there's a spot called Check Spot, and that's like when the checks come out. And Greer got off. He murdered like Friday night. I went up after him. And this guy just stood up in a suit. And he said, "It's not yours tonight." I was like, he's right. And I put it in the stand and I walked off.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's better than a boo.
Yeah, no, it was real honest.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, he's right. Like, I would have, a boo I would have got nasty about, but
so you just
he
don't
just
finish?
hit me with a fact. Like, you can't argue facts.
Yes,
Like,
you can. It's 2021.
You're right.
No.
Have you ever gone back to that spot just to destroy it and tear
Absolutely
it down?
have.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you've been looking for that guy ever since, but like, look, I'm
I just want him to stand up and be like, "It's yours tonight." Like, I just like on some
Pause.
Bagger Van, you know?
So you think it's like when you go, how much does it affect your night when the person who goes on before you murders it? Because
I don't think about anybody else but myself.
Okay.
I used to be like that, but now I only work on myself. Like, my art's mine.
Because sometimes it's hard to go last too.
Yeah, I like going last though.
You like it?
Yeah, because you stretch out the show. You can go as long as you want. You got nobody behind you.
Because sometimes if it's a long show, people are like getting kind of tired. Then people start paying the check. You know how they start coming out like
that's
at,
the most disrespectful
at
stuff when they get a
Caroline's
check
during
there.
the last set, and then you have to like pay your check and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think clubs are learning how to do it correctly now, where it used to be with check spot. I don't perform nowhere with a check spot anymore. I think that's like a huge problem within the show.
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Dude, they straight up drop all your checks for all your food.
When you're doing comedy, they start, you got to pay your bill.
Oh yeah. I didn't know there was a name for that. I just called it disrespectful.
They be talking out loud while you're on stage, like, okay,
you learned some tricks.
Yeah.
You learned some tricks.
They do that at Caroline's though, and I never understood that because Caroline's does that when the headline.
Every comic has the one like, I didn't order gratuity. Like, shut up, shut up, you hack, you hack your. Get through your check spot. Take your bomb.
What was one of your best shows? Talk about your negative. What was one of your best ones?
I would say the special was like really, really an amazing time. But I got to open for Z's on Sorry at Radio City, and that was crazy. Just being on that stage in New York City, growing up here, been in the theater, and now in front of it, that was wild. Yeah.
You know, Variety named you as one of the top 10 comics to watch.
At one point.
Caroline's Comedy Club said you're New York's funniest comedian.
I've been building.
Yeah.
Working.
Just stay quiet, keep your head down, and do the work.
Does that put more pressure on you now? When you
No.
Okay.
Having a kid is a lot more pressure.
Congrats on that.
Yeah.
Baby's like, what, a year
He's
now?
3, man. He's in school.
You know, and I have to disagree. You said there's no such thing. I mean, that there's ugly babies, right? I don't think that you can ever.
There's ugly babies.
No,
this is
I don't agree with that.
I hit her personal. She knows an ugly baby. That's what that is. You don't. That's not the fight you pick if you watch my whole special. That's what you took away from
I
it.
just
God
think,
damn,
well, you
she
started
got an
talking
ugly
about
baby
having a
in the
child.
family. The family been talking
I
about
actually
it.
was thinking we should. I was thinking that we should protest because of that, because that's just rude.
You want to protest? Jesus Christ. Please, I want to see you with an ugly baby sign. Look how cute he
No,
is.
but am I
Everybody,
right? All
I
babies
can't
are
eat.
cute somehow. Like there's a cuteness. Even a baby sometimes could be so ugly that it's cute.
I like babies that look like old men. That cracks me up when you see. I'm in the parks, bro. There's all types, but there's ugly ones too. I'm in the parks. I got a kid.
I'm out here.
Yeah.
Now, you're half Irish and half Puerto Rican, right?
Yes. I took the 23andMe.
Okay, so you just found this out.
5% sub-Saharan African, I found out.
Hey.
What are you doing to
we
that
in the
chair?
building. What? That's just my anxiety.
Oh.
How did coming from a diverse background like help develop your style?
I got to see a lot. Yo, Irish people, they're wild. Puerto Ricans wild. So it was just this is what you get. Somebody with a lot of anxiety and likes to smoke weed. Like that's where it goes.
Are you allowed to?
Queens Village.
No.
Yeah.
What elementary school you went to?
Hillside Springfield, PS 33.
Oh, okay. I want to say Gentleman Inn. Murdoch Springfield. Me and Clue, same block, Murdoch and Springfield.
218 place.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what language y'all speaking right
That's
now.
Queens language. It's Queens language.
Okay.
Bro, my corner was crazy. We had the McDonald's, Wendy's, Popeyes that's connected to a Burger King and the Pizza Hut and the Dunkin' Donuts.
All in the one spot.
It was the diabetes corner.
Mine was White Castle and the jerk chicken spot right there. That was mine.
Do you make? Can you make Puerto Rican jokes? Because people see it and be like, oh, he's a white guy.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to joke about that. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I think I'm allowed to. Like,
I mean, you're Puerto Rican.
I am, but I came out. But my brother's dark, so our lives were very different.
How was growing up in Queens? Because that area of Queens is black.
Yeah, so it was wild.
So how did that
I used to get
affect you?
stopped because they thought I was buying drugs there a lot.
Oh, they didn't think you belonged.
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, I was the minority.
Yeah.
It was
Does it
weird.
confuse police when they see you and like, Velez?
No, they're real nice when they come to the window and then they read Velez and they're like, yo, we got an undercover Puerto Rican. The whole attitude starts and it's weird.
Did you get bullied and picked on growing up in Queens?
Well, the thing is, I don't speak Spanish either, so like, yeah, like it was tough.
Because that area is Haitian and Caribbean and black.
My mom was actually like born and raised in the neighborhood, so my block they were always good to us. But but other than that, like I've been robbed a lot. Like
really?
Yeah, I write that off in my taxes. Like that is brutal. It was wild. I've been jumped a lot. I was right up the road from Martin Van Buren, so I had to come home. I had to come home through a theater school past Van Buren. So
Did you know how to fight at all?
I could fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you ever win a fight?
Did you ever win?
You trying to scrap? Like, what are you doing? What's Angela doing right now, man?
No, because you just said you got robbed a lot, jumped a lot.
Yeah, it happens.
It's New York.
Yeah. At one point, everybody has to get their North Face stolen. It's a rule.
It's a rite of passage.
It's a rule.
All right, we got more with Ricky Velez when we come back, so don't move. And don't forget also, Powerhouse NYC. It goes down November 21st. If you haven't got your tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com. If you want to see Spin King, Capella Gray, Saweetie, Polo G, Moneybag Yo, Migos, and just added Little Baby and Roddy Rich. I mean, it's Friday, so let's do a Powerhouse NYC mix. So don't forget to get your tickets, Ticketmaster.com. If you want to see Little Baby, Roddy Rich, Migos, Moneybag Yo, Polo G, Saweetie, Capella Gray, Spin King, and more, all right? We're still kicking it with Ricky Velez. Of course, he's a comedian. He has a new special on HBO. It's called Here's Everything. How did you and Pete Davidson connect?
We were doing prom shows.
What you mean?
Kids come after prom, and me and Pete would perform, and it's usually like mad old comics talking to young kids, but like we were like their age, so it was like easy, and we were killing, and we just became friends. And he was 16. That's probably around when I met you.
Yeah, same time.
Let me ask you this: does the marijuana help with your anxiety since you smoke a lot?
It helps with my creativity. Other than anxiety, yeah, it helps there. But I mean, there's other stuff for that.
What about ayahuasca or shrooms or any of that?
I stick to shrooms. I don't know about that other stuff.
I'm doing ayahuasca. I'm doing it this year.
Are you trying to like?
I got to do it.
Are you getting a shaman and everything?
Me. Yes, sir.
You're doing it to the best way possible?
Yes,
Can I join you?
Yes. I'm doing it. I'm either going to do it in LA or I'm doing it out of the country. But either way, I'm doing it. I have to do it. It's calling me. They always say they say do it when it's calling you. It's calling me.
Why is it? How is it calling you?
Because I've heard so many amazing experiences and I've heard horrible experiences. But whatever it is, I want to experience it.
What are you searching for?
I just want to see what comes up. You know what I mean? They say you can go into it asking questions. Like somebody like Neil Brennan said he believes in God now after he did it. I've heard people say they've gone in with questions about their marriage and God has told them things specifically about their marriage. So I just want to see.
What's the bad ones?
I mean, we all got traumas, right? So it might be things that you think you've dealt with that they say just come up. And they say it comes up in the form of vomit.
Yeah, and you might shit on as well.
like you say, it like really comes out. Like you got to face it. So I want to do it.
All right, good for you. No, that's not my life. Nah, I'm out now.
Keep running from our anxiety, Rick.
I'm
Ricky,
out.
We can't keep running from our anxiety. We got to face what these things are.
I'll stick to shrooms, and I like shrooms. You do them?
No, I've never done shrooms.
You need to do those. You can't jump from. No.
I actually punked out. New Year's Eve, we had a whole ceremony. I was supposed to do it, and I was
just
like, nah.
microdoses. Shrooms are
You're
really
doing
fun. Just
too
don't
much.
Take too much. Yeah.
He's doing too much. Ceremonies. He needs his ceremony to do drugs. Well, go into a field, eat some shrooms, and talk to yourself for a few hours. You're Charlamagne, you made too much money, man, over here. Getting shamans and
Are you still not excited about Mars?
Dude, I can't believe this is even a topic. I've had to explain this so many goddamn times, dude. It's so ridiculous. Those nerds. I can't stand it. I got in trouble.
You got into a debate with Bill Nye, the science
involved.
I mean, Bill Nye people came after me.
That's something you didn't anticipate.
What? Why? Why? I was right about everything I said. I said Trump is first in the polls.
Facts.
And ISIS is killing the game.
Facts.
I don't care about water on Mars. I can't get excited about Earth right now. And they're saying I'm disrespectful.
Right. You're a science denier.
How am I a science denier? How many vaccines
Why
you
you
got?
yelling at
How
me?
many vaccines you got?
I'm just telling you.
I got
what
8.
But all jokes aside, they went crazy on you. Like they was like putting your parents' address out there and crazy stuff.
Yeah, it was wild. It was really crazy.
Think about that, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bill Nye, the science guy, people like
they tried to cancel me over science.
That's the thing now, though. But by the way, that's the thing now.
I was opening for Chappelle that night, and he said the last thing I was ever going to hear was pop, 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 science, motherfucker. And then a graduated cylinder was going to slowly hit the ground as the bullets.
Now, is it true that you wanted to join the military?
Yeah.
And you weren't qualified for it?
Yeah.
Why weren't you
I
qualified?
had seizures when I was a kid, and they never figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't just leave open cases like that, I found out.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to join the military, they're like, this doesn't work for us. They set me up to go get a CAT scan, and when I got my CAT scan, I had something wrong with my brain waves.
Damn.
So I got denied.
Interesting. That's probably why you're so creative, though, right? It's probably why you're able to craft jokes and write the way you write. Because of those
possibly
same brainwaves being off a little bit.
That's what I'm going to go down on when they try to cancel me. My brainwaves.
Those old brainwaves.
Are we canceling brainwave people?
They're not going to try to cancel you, though. You think so?
They did it over science.
That was just them being fake outraged. You know what I mean?
That was when it first started.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like you had to apologize for something you said?
For jokes?
Yeah.
No, because I don't write to prove a point. I write to make everybody laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you move that way, you don't run into trouble.
Dope. No, that's interesting. No, because a lot of comedians nowadays feel like they have to have the Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Bill Burr, POV. I got to make a point. It's like, no, I'm just here to make you laugh.
You can talk about everything, and you can make it funny in a way.
I saw the reviews that you got, and they were pretty good. Like, Vulture called you a real New York City stand-up.
Vulture's been good. There's been so many good ones. But
I saw one that was like, from late-night troublemaker to undeniable stand-up star. Like, for real. So it's like, why do we focus on that one negative thing?
Well, you do that in comedy as well. If you're at a show and everybody's having fun, there's one person not enjoying themselves, that just ruined the night.
Yeah. But then you roast them. Make them part of the show.
No.
What?
That's my show.
So you just ignore them?
I don't let anybody involved. I'll just ask you to leave.
You ask somebody to leave?
I'll say I'll pay for your check. You can leave. I'll pay for your check. Please leave.
Somebody's left.
I want you to start changing that. I want you to start saying, "Hey, buddy, tonight's not your night. I need you to go. I need you to leave."
No, I have no problem. I don't understand why people think they should be a part of the show or any of that.
But what about when people have masks on and you can't tell if they're enjoying it or not?
I tried to stay away from the mass shows. I did one show on a farm, and I heard a cow moo, and I was like, "This is not for me." That was in the pandemic. Really? Oh yeah, we did shows anywhere we could. It was tough. People were yelling at cars, and the cars would beep back. That was a real thing.
I remember that.
I did some drive-in comedy show where you have to like beep instead of
that is whack.
You're standing on stage by yourself.
Did you have fun?
You know what? I had fun because I hadn't been to anything in so long. So they tried, you know what I'm saying? So people had to adapt to different things. But I listened to it. I enjoyed myself with the people I was in the car with, but it was weird.
Yeah, I didn't want nothing to do with that. I got Spanish fans. The horn is a whole song. That goes on for 5 minutes.
Ricky Velez, man, his HBO comedy special.
Velez. Put some respect on my name.
You know I can't pronounce.
Some respect on my name.
Ricky Velez.
Velez is a nice common name.
My guy, Ricky Velez, HBO comedy special. His Everything is out right now. What's next for Ricky, man?
More stand-up. We're going to be putting out dates soon, and just getting into producing and directing. I want to do that so bad.
Dope.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us, Ricky Velez.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure. Velez.
It's the Breakfast Club.
You're the problem. You're the problem. That's why my people aren't up right now.
We are going to talk about this Drink Champs interview with Kanye when we come back.
There's so much to break down on that interview, too.
Yeah, there was a lot being said. So
I doubt you've gotten to it yet. I'm sure some people have, but it came out at 10 o'clock last night on Revolt TV. And then the full audio went up on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. So, I highly doubt everybody's gotten to it. In its entirety.
And I got 40 minutes through.
I got through about an hour.
Well, it's a Friday, so you have time to watch it, hopefully, sometime this weekend if you haven't seen the full thing yet.
I think about like all the TV that I haven't caught up on, and it's really because I watch things like that. You know what I mean? Because I'll spend 2.5 hours either listening to a podcast like Drink Champs or watching the YouTube video as opposed to sitting down watching, something on TV. But that's the world we live in.
I try to come home and watch some things. Shout out to my girl, Ida Rodriguez, too. Her HBO Max special just came out also yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, it came out yesterday? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so congrats to her. So this
she didn't come up?
She is
coming up next week.
Oh, okay.
She lives in L.A., so she gets here, I think, on Monday. So she'll be on The Breakfast Club next week. I actually went to her show in Puerto Rico when she was taping. She did like a whole documentary along with it, and then she filmed in the Bronx. So shout out to Ida Rodriguez.
Dope.
A lot of great content. And shout out to my staff and everybody, my partners at Coffee Uplifts People. We are officially open today. So it's been a long road to get this place up and running, but we have some shorter hours, 8 to 2. I just was calling to check on everybody, make sure things are good to go. But yeah, so I'm excited.
Dope. I need to have a salute. Dope. And make sure you tune into the God's Honest Truth tonight at 10 p.m. on Comedy Central. Michael Eric Dyson will be joining us, as well as sexpert Shan Boudram. She'll be on tonight as well.
Sound like you said her name wrong.
I don't think I
think
did.
that's right.
No, okay.
No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Shan Boudram. I practiced it a lot yesterday. All right, salute to Shan. She'll be on tonight. We'll be talking about just how all of these new relationships and situationships are forming in this world nowadays, and how that impacts the traditional nuclear black family structure. But tune in tonight at 10 p.m. on Comedy Central and stream it on Paramount Plus.
All right, Rumors up next. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Kanye.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, Kanye was on Drink Champs, and he did not hold back. So one thing that he talked about is versus. Would he go against Drake? Would he go against Jay-Z?
Would you step into that ring?
Oh, absolutely. But I would need about like 4 people to go against me at one time.
You know what the people are gonna say. There's only 2 people really out there.
It'd be Drake, right?
And Hov, that's probably it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that one. I like that.
You would go against Jay.
Nah, because that's my boss. I would never go against Drake.
I like that answer. But what you saying, when you and Drake together, who's winning that?
I'm winning every situation. That's why it's like...
It'd be tough for Drake in a 20-song versus Jay. But then it would turn into like a generational thing too, right? Because like past 10 years, Drake been running things. But you can't front on Kanye West's catalog. Them first 5 albums are classics.
All right. In addition to that, he talked about Drake and how it is like beefing with Drake.
Drake don't do a diss like an outright diss song where it's a headshot. He's gonna set it up like war. He gonna do stuff like live 5 blocks down the street from you. You're gonna like go and DM every single girl in your family, every single girl around your family, all your girl, He's gonna say, so this is professional rap, but it's all psychological, right? So it's like, what button is someone gonna hit? I bit his ear. They ain't see what Holyfield was doing. Tyson like telling the refs like, yo, you ain't see this? He's like, Tyson, I'm gonna take this in my own hands.
I never understood why Kanye thought Drake moved into that neighborhood because he was playing psychological warfare with Kanye.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know. He might know more than we do. Who knows?
But when they first, I've been there. It's a nice neighborhood. It's like private. That's where a lot of celebrities live back there. And remember they used to call it the new Abu Dhabi or something crazy like that. Him and Drake.
Well, he also has an issue, and they have some really deep personal issues with Drake acting like he had sex with Kim.
I had this conversation where Drake is like, I never Kim. But I was like, but you acted like you did. You got bars that's like Hidden Hills, give your wife the chills. You doing all kind of, it's like somebody throwing a marble and hiding their hand or something like that. It's like you, all that's disrespectful.
Y'all actually had this conversation?
We had this conversation. And this is all, and to the point where Kim be like, I don't listen to this no more. This acting like he But what about all the, did you ever DM her? Did you ever, you know what I'm saying? Everything else around it.
Like I said, it's deep, so we don't know what else goes on behind the scenes with them. Now, in addition to that, he talked about this group chat that he had because of the song Sicko Mode, and Drake was included in this group text.
The rumor is that Drake kind of took a shot at you on that song, but Travis Scott was on that same song. Did it ever put a strenuous relationship?
Oh yeah, I put everybody on a group text. It was Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian.
Jay-Z got nothing to do with this, by the way.
He's on the song.
Jay-Z's on.
He didn't know when he did the song that me and Drake had a problem. So after it came out, he's not in it. That's just like I did it before the fact, and I'm talking all these things: Kid Cudi, Pusha, Drake, Jay-Z, Kim, and Trav. One of the lines I said that was legend is I said, I'm worth more than all of y'all on this text combined. Soon as I start dropping bars, oh my God, he's in the episode. Oh my God, he need to go to the hospital. Oh my God.
I don't understand that either, though, because he starts off the interview talking about classism and how we got to get rid of classism and, you know, everything isn't about money and blah, blah, blah. But then that's your flex. You flex on people by saying you're richer than them.
You know, he has a lot of big money talk on his interview.
But I don't understand. Because literally in one breath he's saying, you know, get rid of classism and yada, yada, yada.
And that's why he designed for the Gap and all that, yeah.
Okay.
All right, now in addition to that, he discussed cancel culture because he got a lot of criticism for bringing Marilyn Manson and DaBaby out at the Donda album listening events and inviting Marilyn Manson to worship alongside him at a Sunday service event.
All the like Me Too, like when I sit next to Marilyn Manson and DaBaby right after both of them got canceled for 5 songs.
Right.
It's like they can't cancel us all. They'll hit you with like an accusation or somebody that you was with, 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then also it's like there's women who have been through really serious things against their will. That's different than a hug.
Right.
But it's classified as the same thing.
How you feel about cancel culture?
Oh man, I love it. I'm above it.
They try to cancel you like 15 times.
That's it. I'm love it. I'm above it.
I mean, Marilyn Manson, by the way, is facing 4 lawsuits for sexual assault, and he's been accused of a lot of really serious things. So it wasn't just a hug, just a FYI. Now, he also talked about still being married to Kim Kardashian.
They SNL making my wife say I divorced him on TV because they just wanted to get that bar off, and I ain't never even seen the papers. We not even divorced. That ain't no joke to me. My kids want their parents to stay together. I want us to be together.
Mm-hmm. And he had some shots for Big Sean and John Legend. Even though they were super successful, having been signed to good music, here's what he had to say.
When I die, on my tombstone, it's going to say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean. The worst thing I've ever done was sign Big Sean. Man, I know this man mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've changed this man's family. And both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. And I don't rock with neither of them. And I need my apology.
Wow, well, Big Sean went on Twitter and said, I just got asked to be on the next Drink Champ, so I'm assuming Ye talking crazy. And then he put a bunch of laughing emojis, and then he said, was just with this man. He ain't saying none of that. And this was after the interview. I'm dying laughing at you, Kanye West. I can't wait to go on Drink Champs now.
I ain't gonna front. I understand what Ye means by that.
I don't, because I don't remember when Sean came at him.
No, if they did come at him, but if I
what does he call
coming
at him?
If I change your life and I do something that you think is stupid, you check me personally, not publicly.
But the thing is that when people ask you in public questions, because I don't know that people
just don't say nothing negative. If I
don't mean you don't like someone as a person just because you don't agree with their political beliefs. Though I do want to say that you're allowed to disagree with somebody's beliefs and still be respectful.
You could disagree, but if you do disagree and it's something negative, just say it to me. Don't say it publicly. Say it personally. In my opinion, if that's my guy, if that's somebody I changed their life, if I change the way you look on everything, and I'm not saying I don't know the
I don't think they've ever been disrespectful about Kanye. Though.
He just said they were. I don't know.
I mean, I've seen what they've said publicly, and I didn't see it as being, but he took it that way.
Well, yeah, he said they did.
But I mean, and maybe he does. And then remember, there was that whole thing where he owes Big Sean money and all of that.
I'm just a different guy. If somebody looks out for me, change my life, and I don't like what they do, I'm not gonna say it publicly. I'll say it to their face. But I'm not gonna go against them.
Is it interesting that he was just with Big Sean and didn't say any of that to him? Isn't that doing the same thing?
That's Kanye though. That's
Right?
what Kanye does.
All right, now all right, well, we'll have to come back in the next hour because there's a lot more.
Damn it, man.
All right, that is your rumor report.
All right. Why you looking at me like that?
I'm not looking at you like
Why you looking at me like that?
I'm not looking at you like anything.
All right. Well, why you talking? Get some hype, man. You all smooth. Like, don't be smooth with me, bro.
Who's being smooth? What's wrong with
you
you?
giving your donkey to?
It's a woman named Jennifer Leigh Ryan of Frisco, Texas. She needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with her.
All right. We'll get to that next. Angela, you put some quarters in the meter. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Angela here talking about my friends at the General Insurance. They offer flexible payment plans and the ability to choose your payment date. Plus, they let you choose how you pay, whether that's with cash, card, or check. Call 800-GENERAL or visit thegeneral.com to learn more today. Some restrictions apply.
This is America.
There is no question that there are problems in this country between police and community.
Yes. You are a donkey.
The latest on that police killing of a black man.
Now to new developments in the deadly spa shooting rampage.
And yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
And so we are in a state of emergency.
Okay, white supremacist violence is and always has been the number one threat to our society.
But I'm also very proud that my wife is white.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
All right, Charlamagne, please tell me, why was I your donkey of the day?
Well, donkey of the day for Friday, November 5th goes to Jennifer Leigh Ryan of Frisco, Texas. She is a Dallas real estate agent who decided to participate in the attempted coup of this country that happened on January 6th. There is not a day that should go by that we should not be reminding people that a domestic terrorist organization by the name of Vanilla ISIS and Al Cracker stormed the Capitol and tried to overthrow the results of an election, all right? Call it what it is, okay? A crime. A crime with a historical punishment is usually death. All right, today you might get a more modest punishment like prison, but last time I checked, treason is the highest of all crimes, okay? In America, defined as intentionally betraying one's allegiance by levying war against the government or giving aid or comfort to its enemies. I don't know about y'all, but what I saw on January 6th looked like they was waging war against the government to me. That looked like treason to me. Okay, when a mob of mayonnaise storms the Capitol building talking about hanging Mike Pence, who then was the vice president of the United States of America, if that's not waging war on a country, I don't know what is. Okay, well, I keep telling y'all privilege knows no bounds, and I keep telling y'all that in order for America to preserve democracy, one of the things they have to do is prosecute the people who attempted a coup of this country, not just the members of Al Cracker, but the politicians and everyone else who were involved. And since we're not beheading people and doing firing squads anymore, you got to throw them under the jail. And you have to throw the proverbial book at these people, because if you don't, you embolden the next domestic terrorist organization to go even harder. Because these folks already think they are above the law. They know this system is designed to work for them. And for anyone who tries to act like white supremacy is a myth, that white privilege isn't real, look no further than Jennifer Leigh Ryan of Fresno, Texas. Oh, she attempted the coup with her folks and bragged about her participation in it. Would you like to know why she wasn't scared to brag? Let me let you guess. Let's go to CBS Evening News for the report, please.
A Texas real estate agent who took a private plane to the January 6th riot and bragged that she wouldn't go to jail for storming the Capitol because, in her words, she's white, blonde, and has a good job. Well, she was sentenced to 2 months in jail today. Jennifer Ryan was also hit with $1,500 in fines. After the deadly riot, Ryan posted that it was one of the best days of her life. In court today, she apologized, saying this is not anything that remotely resembles who I am. So far, approximately 650 people have been charged for involvement in the riot.
2 months. 2 months for an attempted coup of this country. All you need to know about white privilege summed up for you on this Friday morning. Okay, I'm going to participate in this attempted coup of the government simply because I'm white and can get away with it. Her words, not mine. Okay? Now, how many of those people out there that day thought like that? How many people on a daily basis in America think like that? America, you have created all these monsters, and now all these monsters are coming to cannibalize your country, okay? All of these lawless, reckless, unpatriotic white folks who think they can get away with crime. Oh, let me rephrase. All of these lawless, reckless, unpatriotic, crack-ass crackers who think they can get away with crime just because they are white are absolutely positively the niggas you thought black people would be, all right? You need to over-police them the way you over-police black and brown people, okay? Black and brown people are not out here talking about hanging vice presidents. Black and brown people just fighting for our right to vote. Y'all out here fighting to overthrow elections, okay? We are not the same. All right, and please, America, don't turn a blind eye to any of this. And when I say America, I mean good white people. All right, GWPs, good white people have to draw a line in the sand against these crack-ass crackers because these are beds that you made. All right, and you cannot lie in the beds with these people. All right, you cannot call yourself a good white person if you don't use your privilege to combat that type of prejudice. And if you do turn a blind eye, all right, to them crack-ass crackers, just remember that privilege is when you think something is not a problem because it's not a problem to you personally. Please give Jennifer Lee Ryan of Frisco, Texas, the biggest hee-haw. Matter of fact, let Kathy Griffin get some of that.
Please give this giant jar of mayo the biggest hee-haw.
Does Chelsea Handler, does she want to chime in, maybe?
Hee-haw, hee-haw. That is way too much Dan mayonnaise.
What about my OG Chris Rock? Chris Rock got anything to say?
Cracker ass cracker.
Okay, just want everybody to be heard this morning. That's all.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, when we come back, we just played a clip of Kanye talking about John Legend and Big Sean. This is off Shout to Nori's podcast.
Drink Champs.
Drink Champs with DJ EFN. And this is what he said. Can we play a clip of it right fast?
When I die, on my tombstone, it's gonna say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean. The worst thing I've ever done was sign Big Sean. Man, I know this man mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've changed this man's family, and both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. And I don't rock with neither of them. And I need my apology.
You can't say the worst thing you ever did was sign Big Sean when you owe Big Sean money. You made a lot of money off of Big Sean, money that you still owe him, which is something that I don't know if it came up in the Drink Champs interview. Remember Big Sean was saying that, you know, Ye owed him some money?
And Big Sean is not assigned to Good Music anymore either, because he had posted that his next album is, you know, he did it all himself. So.
Yeah, neither is John Legend.
But he still owed money.
Right.
But Kanye still owes him money. And it feels like the issue is really over political beliefs, right? He believes that they got used by the Democrats. They didn't vote for him when he was running for president.
But Kanye got used by the Republicans. So, I mean, and by the way, I can't say that John Legend and Big Sean got used by Democrats. Kanye really got used by the Republicans.
Right, but the question is, let's open up the phone lines, 800-585-1051.
Kanye was in bed with the Republicans.
Does Kanye have a point? Meaning, you know, he feels like that was a bad decision because he feels like they didn't hold him down as a friend, as somebody who changed their life.
Let me think about it.
800-585-1051.
I need to know exactly what they said about him that was so bad, though.
Got to think about it. Got to think about this whole situation before I comment on it.
Okay.
Because
there's a lot of nuance to it. It's not as cut and dry as.
Right, but if that was his friend, he changed their life, he signed him, he got him out of a place where they wouldn't be, changed their whole life, made them both of them a huge star.
It's a lot to it, though.
And he feels like, hey, this was that. Because remember, you don't have to say anything. You can say no comment when somebody asks you a question.
But it also depends on what the person is doing, right? If the person is doing something that's possibly detrimental to our people as a whole, you know, especially when it comes to politics, maybe you probably would push back. You may not push back against that person, but you push back against the ideas that person is.
And I also feel like if it wasn't Kanye, they could have came out a whole lot stronger, because a lot of times, like when John Legend addressed it, he still was respectful about it.
All right, well, let's talk about it. 800-585-1051. We'll take your calls when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Pull out your phone. Call in right now.
Call me.
Add your opinion to The Breakfast Club topic.
Break it down.
800-585-1051. The Breakfast Club. It's topic time.
Pick up the phone, baby.
Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about Shout to Nori and DJ EFN. Of course, their podcast, Drink Champs. They had Kanye on yesterday's episode, and this is some of the things that he was saying.
When I die, On my tombstone, it's gonna say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean. The worst thing I've ever done was sign Big Sean. Man, I know this man mama, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've changed this man's family, and both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. And I don't rock with neither of them. And I need my apology.
So we're asking 800-585-1051, what are your thoughts? Oh, we'll start with you, Ye. What do you think?
I don't think that them disagreeing with him politically and not supporting him as running for president is a reason to say that they were the biggest mistakes that you ever made. I just don't get it. Like, you know, he does owe Big Sean money, and we've heard about that. And John Legend does have strong political beliefs. And so, you know, maybe they felt like the rhetoric when it came to politics that Kanye had was harmful, and they wanted to express themselves. But I do feel like, and they did it respectfully. They never called him a clown, went in on him or anything.
No,
So-
I think John Legend might have called him close to a clown.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have what John Legend said in one of his interviews. Let's listen.
And I think Kanye was a publicity stunt. And I'm pretty disappointed with Kanye that he says he would have voted for Trump.
Do you think that he had another stuff in his mind?
Whatever's in his mind, I disagree with him.
I mean, listen, all I know is I agree for the most part. You can't say the worst thing you ever did was sign Big Sean when you owe Big Sean money. You know, right? You made a lot of money off Big Sean, money that you still owe him. So if that was such a mistake, pay that man back what you owe. That's number one. Number two, it just depends, man. You aren't indebted to a person forever, and it depends where you're at in your relationship with that person. Are y'all still friends? Do y'all still talk on the regular? It also depends on what we are discussing. A matter of politics, you and another person have a difference in politics should not warrant all that, you know, from Kanye. And Kanye is in no position to call someone a sellout for who they stood with politically when we saw Kanye busting it open for Trump in the Oval Office.
And I'm sure both Big Sean and John Legend have made Kanye money. So
just said
it's
that.
a mutual relationship.
In my
It's
opinion,
not-
But I just said that, though.
In my opinion, it has nothing to do with the money. I don't think Kanye cares about how much money he made. Kanye is a billionaire, and I think it has to do with how he looks at somebody that's in his life. For instance, I always talk about my relationship with Clue. Clue is somebody who put me into the game. I don't speak to Clue every day, but I'll never go against Clue, even if he says something that I don't necessarily agree with. I'll check him first. And if he says something I don't agree with, I can disagree, but not putting him down. I don't have to call Clue a narcissist. I don't have to call him a clown. I mean, in this room here, there's times where we don't get along, and you know it's been public, and it's to the point. I've never said F Charlamagne or F Ye. That's just how I feel. That's how I was raised.
Has Kanye ever said anything about Jay-Z that was negative?
Yes, he said things about Jay-Z
So then
that was
it's-
negative, and Jay-Z has never said
Has he?
anything. I think so. He was mad when Jay didn't come to his wedding, and I don't know what he said.
Yeah, but I mean that was him having his feelings hurt.
Right.
He didn't call Jay out his name or call Jay a sucker or say he regrets signing with Jay.
But Jay didn't say anything disrespectful or negative against him, did he?
Nah, I don't.
That Ye has done. Jay's never said.
Yeah, but
anything
I'm talking
disrespectful
about
to
if Kanye's upset about that, right? Does he do the same thing?
What do you mean?
Like, has he ever said negative things publicly
about Jay?
About Jay-Z?
No, not that I've heard. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I've heard him.
And everything was
he's
on-
been disappointed.
Yeah, and
but I've never heard him.
songs, Big Brother, and he played it for Jay before he put it out.
Yeah, I've never heard him talk like that. You know, like he did towards Big Sean. But you know, once again, a matter of politics should not cause that type of issue. Like you shouldn't, you know, throw Kanye under the bus for who he rides with politically, and Ye shouldn't be doing that to
can have a
Sean than
difference
for
of
who they
opinion
ride
without me
with
putting it
politically.
down.
I agree, and I've never heard Big Sean say nothing about Ye other than Ye owe him money. So,
all right, well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Yes, sir. What's going on, CJ? This is my name's Johnny. I'm calling from the Berg, Pittsburgh. How you doing today?
What's up, brother? What's your thoughts?
Man, I'm just saying, like, with Kanye West, unless you're someone that's like really with this dude, like he's got no filter. I'm just saying, like, the
That's
thing
not true.
Series that comes up, something that comes out of his mouth, like, how can you honestly take it, like, serious, like, talking about what he's talking about? I just feel like his mindset is so blown out of proportion that, like, I don't know. It's just something that I can't take serious when he talks.
yeah, and that, you're absolutely wrong when you're saying unless you're somebody close to him. That's not true. He's throwing his wife under the bus, bro.
He will post your messages
Like,
that
what
you
you
sent
talking
him.
about?
He's throwing his wife under the
So
bus.
you
but
can't say that. You can't say that unless you're somebody who's really close to him. That's not true.
Hello, who's this?
It's Joe, man.
Joe, what's up, bro? What are your thoughts, man?
Man, listen, it's one thing to lose your mind and have a rally in a bunker, But when you go to the White House and basically screaming to Donald Trump, calling him daddy, I mean, how do you, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Ye went to the Oval Office and busted it open for Trump, so he is in no position
he went in there to
call somebody a sellout. I love you. Mm-hmm. You make me feel like Superman.
like, come on, man. Like, how do you, come on. This supposed to be a dude this supposed to be the dude that hired you, and he's like on the run for a billionaire, and you in there crying at Donald Trump. Like,
yeah, Kanye has a level of delusion and a lack of self-awareness to his own BS. I mean, that's just the truth, though.
He definitely busted open for Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. He hugged him and said, yo, you make me feel like Superman, so you're not in no position to call somebody a sellout. He even said something about me and Joe Biden. I've only talked to Joe Biden one time on that Zoom, but it's just, God bless Kanye. You got to send him healing energy, man.
All right. Well, 800-585-1051. We're asking your thoughts. Call us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me.
Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic.
Come on.
800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we've been playing clips all morning off of DJ Nori. Nori and DJ EFN's podcast, Drink Champs.
Drink Champs. You can go listen to Drink Champs right now on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. They always are a phenomenal podcast, but this week is a doozy.
That's right. They had Kanye on there, and Kanye was talking about John Legend and Big Sean, and this is what he said.
When I die, on my tombstone, it's going to say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean. The worst thing I've ever done was sign Big Sean. Man, I know this man mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've changed this man's family. And both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. And I don't rock with neither of them. And I need my apology.
So we're asking, what is your opinion on that? Hello, who's this?
Dan.
Hey, Dan, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
I agree with you with DJ Envy, because loyalty is supposed to stick with Kanye no matter what.
No, I don't believe in
that. I don't believe
with Kanye no matter what. I just feel like you just don't go against somebody publicly if that's your friend. You can check them on their person, and if somebody asks you, in my opinion, you can say no comment, or you know what, I'm just not going to answer that. That's all you have to say, in my opinion. That's what I would do when it comes to my friend.
But also, too, though, just because somebody does something good for you doesn't mean that they're good for you. That's why I said earlier it's nuance to it, because we don't know if these people are still friends. We don't know if these people talk every day. We just don't know. Right. I don't know what their relationship is for them to feel so comfortable speaking out against each other. But once again, I've never seen Big Sean speak out against Kanye other than saying Kanye owes him money.
Me neither. I haven't seen it, but like I said, I don't know, but just...
And John Legend is just a difference in politics. John Legend did call him a narcissist, and stuff like that, but,
Yes, I agree with all of y'all. But it's just a lot of stuff going on, and I agree with DJ Envy, though.
Okay.
I really do.
Thank you, bro. And like I said, it has nothing to do with money. I think a lot of people are looking at money. I don't think he cares about the money. I think he cares about the loyalty. You know what I mean? That's the thing I think with Ye thing.
Oh, no, the only reason I'm bringing up money is because he said the worst thing he ever did was sign Big Sean.
I think he feels that because of the loyalty.
Well, guess what? If the worst thing you ever did was sign me, and I made you all this money, and you owe me money,
give
me my money back then. Since that money that you must regret that money you made off me too. Then
and I also
give me that
feel
bread
like
back.
There's so many things that I'm sure he could say of experiences that he hasn't. So I don't know if you want people to take the gloves off.
What you mean, Big Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he wants him to take the gloves off. He's talking from.
When he go do that episode of Drink Champs and he get drunk, he gonna definitely be in there with no rub on.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Ivan from Columbus, Ohio.
Hey, Ivan. Good morning.
Hey, Ivan.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Good morning, morning crew.
Good morning.
We're the Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. Hey.
Yes, sir. Hey, Thank you.
Hey, I was following up on that whole Kanye conversation, and I think on one hand, it felt like him, running for office was an afterthought. But I think the other side of it was, for people of color, it would have been better if he would have been an independent. And I think the argument here is, people having their opinion about him, having secret meetings with Trump, and then
they weren't secret. He was busting it open. He was busting it open in the Oval Office. He was running around with Jared Kushner. Kim and them do business with Jared Kushner and Van Jones in order to get people home from jail. prison. Like, it's not a secret. He literally said Donald Trump makes me feel like Superman, bro. He was running around with the MAGA hat. It is not a secret.
You're right. It wasn't a secret, but, I think for the particular situation, maybe he should have been an independent. But if you're really helping people out and you're extenuating their life, sometimes you just have to be humble. And if you're doing something that people don't see as positive, you got to accept that criticism and keep it moving.
Okay.
I agree. I mean, politics is tricky, right? That's why I say it's 3 things you should never debate with somebody about: politics, religion, and who's the greatest rapper of all time, Biggie or Tupac. Those 3 conversations will always get you in trouble.
What's the moral of the story?
I don't know if there is a moral, because, it's a lot of nuance to this that we don't know about. Like the same way, Kanye was saying, Drake be saying certain records about him in certain lines, and it's about him. Like, they all got inside information on each other that we don't know about. So Kanye might have a very valid reason, other than we know, of saying that about Big Sean and John Legend. All we know is what we see on the surface. So who knows?
All right. Now, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, and we are going to talk about new music. Today is Friday, and Summer Walker's album, I saw some people already responding to some of these songs.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's time.
She's spilling the tea. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, we didn't even get a chance to finish talking about Kanye on Drink Champs. This was like 2.5 hours, this interview that came out last night. I believe they played it also at 10 o'clock last night. So
on Revolt. Yep.
On Revolt, yep. And so here's some more things that were said. He did address Charlamagne, who loves him, but also did interview Joe Biden.
Like, Charlamagne loved me, but he had to, put Biden on the thing. And think about this happened when Biden, remember he said, Charlamagne, if you didn't vote for me, then you're not black. Well, that showed you how comfortable he was and how much they talked before that. And you know what must have happened afterwards? They got in the room like, y'all the up. I ain't supposed to be showing that y'all like that, John Legend, Sean. This is some 1984, bro. This is mind control.
Yeah, if you do have love for Kanye, you got to love him from a distance because of that type of delusion and lack of self-awareness to his own BS. Like, Kanye West cannot talk about anyone being close to any political figure when we watched him bust it open for Trump in the Oval Office. All right, Kanye was popping it on a handstand for Trump. All right, and by the way, that's the one and only time I've ever spoken to Joe Biden in my life. But Kanye, like I said, he has zero room to talk. He was hugging Trump and calling Trump a father figure and said that that white man made him feel like Superman.
Wasn't he going to be Kanye's Secretary of Defense?
That was never happening. But, if you want to keep saying that and let people
If you want to flash back to when Kanye was in the Oval Office.
They tried to scare me to not wear this hat. There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. Oh, I love you.
I know. But I don't want to put you in that spot.
No, I'm standing in that spot. I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here.
And didn't he say you can't show people that you're so close to a political figure? That's why you just got to send Kanye healing energy, man.
Yeah, well.
Because he's going to be apologizing. Everybody he talked about in this interview, he's going to be apologizing to.
All right, including Just Blaze. Now, Just Blaze responded to some comments that Kanye made on Drink Champs.
Swiss Beats or Just Blaze?
Well, Swiss Beats definitely, because Just Blaze is a copycat. He get credit for the blueprint, and I did the first half of the blueprint, and he just copied my half.
Highly
look where I'm at today. Look where he at today.
I'm not going to lie, that's the most egregious thing he said in that interview to me. That is, I highly disagree.
Can we be honest? All the records that Just Blaze produced, he sounds nothing like Kanye. Just Blaze has his own sound.
Just Blaze don't sound like nobody.
Well, here's what Just Blaze had to say. He said, well, that was unfortunate. I'm only addressing this publicly because it was stated publicly. I'm not here for the mudslinging. I'm just a bit confused and disappointed. None of what was said tonight regarding me fits with any of our history or our previous interactions, particularly in light of very recent attempts to work together again. Through recent years, he has reached out to collaborate on various projects, including a much-rumored collaborative project that he was looking for me to handle a good amount of. It unfortunately never saw the light of day due to reasons unrelated to me. Most recently, a couple of months back, I woke up to a literal red alert from his people that he was looking for me for his last album in the 11th hour. We tried to pull something off, but it was way too last minute. And he said, regarding that one comment, respectfully, I'm happy for him and the fact that he has succeeded in the ways he wanted to, but not everyone wants to be where he is. Everyone's definition of personal success is a bit different. I'm quite happy where I am creatively with my family and my life in general.
That's what I was going to say. Just because he has money doesn't mean he's happy. Just Blaze might be the happiest guy in the world, so Just Blaze is happy with.
And by the way, Just Blaze still has money, but also too, Kanye West and Just Blaze were equally important to the classic that is The Blueprint. You don't get a Blueprint without Just Blaze and Kanye West, and neither one of their sounds sound alike at all. So I don't know what
where
the hell
that came from. I know Just Blaze was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was
just
wild.
minding my business.
That was the most egregious thing he said in that whole thing. I'm telling you, like, what? I've heard Just Blaze copied, but I've never heard Just Blaze copy.
No,
all right, now let's discuss new music. Summer Walker's album, Still Over It, is out. Now, the song Bitter, which is narrated by Cardi B, evokes some responses from London on the Track's children's mother, Ebony. She says that she likes the song Bitter, but she's not happy about Cardi B narrating it. She posted, Summer, I like the song. Y'all don't got to tag me no more. It's cool. Go stream that. It's the first song on the album, Bitter. Cardi B, on the other hand, you a lame. And so she wasn't happy about, I guess, Cardi narrating on the album. Listen to that song.
I wanna start with your mom and she should've whooped you. No, you ain't. But she don't care cause you lit. Paying for trips, cars, bags. And bought the crib. But she never call you out. Cause she like the way that she live.
All right, unfortunately that wasn't the song Bitter, but that was the song Fourth Baby Mama, where she addresses London on the Track and his mother.
Cardi narrated that song?
No, unfortunately that was not the song Bitter that I was talking about. Oops. That was on
I was confused. I was like, what?
Oops. Yes. So now that was the song Fourth Baby Mama. So here's more from Fourth Baby Mama, where she addresses being the fourth baby mama.
Telling people that I'm your queen, but all you mean is just of R&B. I know you ain't care, but you always gone. How could you make me spend my whole pregnancy alone?
Lord have mercy. It's going to be a sad weekend in New York. It's cold,
cannot
too.
wait. You know, I was already listening to her album on my way into work this morning, but unfortunately, I only have a 15-minute ride, so I don't get to hear everything. But, you know, I got to hear Sierra's Prayer. She got a song called Toxic with Lil Durk. That right there with Pharrell and the Neptunes. Screwing with Omarion. Unloyal with Ari Lennox. Constant BS. Switcher and we're out. Reciprocate. You don't know me.
Ladies, don't be picking
Throw it away. No Love featuring SZA.
Ladies, don't be picking arguments with your man all weekend just so you can get into an argument and
Broken
throw on
Promises.
All right. And
I already know that's a good one.
Don't be like that.
All right. Key Glock has a new album out. Yellow Tape 2 is out today. Also, Silk Sonic. Here's a snippet from their song Smoking Out the Window.
Smoking out the window. Must have spent 35, 45,000 up in Tiffany's. Oh no! Got a badass kids running around my whole crib like it's Chuck E. Cheese.
I like that.
I have a good feeling about this Silk Sonic album. All right. Also, Travis Scott has some new music out. Escape Plan.
12-figure escape plan, that was the escape plan, but I ain't investigating. That was a waste, man, but wait, I stopped the facing, cause just started racing, but wait, it opened gates, and it just stopped parading. Oh, like,
all right, and so a lot of new music out, as you know, because it is Friday, so enjoy. Drake put out a new video for Knife Talk featuring 21 Savage and Project Pat. Other new music, Post Malone featuring the NLE Choppa featuring Polo G, Jumpin', French verse featuring Fabio Foreign, Panicking. So a lot of new music on this Friday. All right, that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, of course, we got the People's Choice Mix. We throw it back on a Friday. So let me know what you want to hear. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Now, Charlamagne, you know what? Me and millions of other people have been watching TikTok lately. Entrepreneurship videos, people talking about starting their own businesses, giving tips.
I love seeing people promote generational wealth and pouring into their community.
That's right. From hilarious to the serious. You have to see it. TikTok. Be Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, shout out to Ricky Velez for joining us this morning, comedian.
My guy, Ricky Velez, man. Make sure you check out his HBO comedy special, His Everything. All right, it's streaming now on HBO Max, I believe. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Salute to my guy, Ricky, man. I know Ricky since he was 16. I actually met Him and Pete. Well, no, I met Pete first because Pete was on MTV2's Guy Code, and then I met Ricky because that was his guy, and they still super tight to this day. We all still super tight, man. And my partner's right there.
All right. Well, and don't forget my car show goes down 12/12 in Miami. So December 12th, Celebrity Cars, your Drive Your Dreams Cars show, exotic cars, amusement rides, carnival games for the kids. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next week I announce all the celebrity cars I will be having. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. I got a lot of celebrity cars. I think this is going to be the biggest one with the amount of celebrity cars that I will have. So it's going to be a lot of cool, a lot of OGs and a lot of new artists. It's going to be a lot of everything. So I can't wait to tell you guys, announce it next week, and some NBA players as well. So get your tickets if you haven't got your tickets already. All right? When we come back, we got the positive notice to Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, later on today, I'm going to be swinging by Angela Yee's coffee shop.
Yes, so that's nice to hear because my coffee shop did just open. Now, just to put it out there, we're only open until next week from 8 to 2. It's kind of a soft opening.
Oh, I got to get there before 2. But I don't drink coffee, so what would you give me?
We do have an amazing...
I don't drink hot coffee, I should say.
You can have iced coffee, by the way. But we also have amazing tea experiences, obviously pressed juices, water, and there's a full menu.
All right.
And I want to highly recommend, we have all these different vegetarian and vegan patties that are amazing. You will love them. I had one yesterday. It was like, what was it? It was butternut squash and yams.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. And they have all different ones. There's a Beyond Meat one with cheese, with cashew cheese and all of that. These different patties that you can have. There's one with all greens inside. They are so good. That's what I'm going to go get today.
But you can make me an iced coffee. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it tastes, but I'll
get you an iced mocha. You'll like that.
Whatever that means. Let's do it.
All right.
And now tonight's Charlamagne show.
Yeah, the God's Honest Truth, man. New episode tonight at 10 p.m. on Comedy Central. Tonight we're discussing a lot of stuff, but, the main theme is just simply like, all of these new types of relationships that are out here in these streets. You got people in the polygamy and, what's it, Polynesian sauce? What is it, polyamory?
I like Polynesian sauce.
Polyamory. You got people into all types of poly, man. So we have Shan Boudram. She is a sex expert. And we have Reverend Dr. Michael Eric Dyson on to talk about all of that stuff. And Just Hilarious. Just Hilarious will be on tonight as well, man. So join us 10 p.m. on Comedy Central, The God's Honest Truth, and stream it on Paramount+. Now, the positive note is simply this. You are a true success when you help others become successful.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?